Yo, 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 party people, what's happening? And I'm not late because it's 9:22 and I said 9:30. All right, let me catch up on this. What's my fourth favorite body of water? I don't even know my first three favorite bodies of water. But what's up, Michael Morgan and Big Worm? And I swear I saw Mr. Jared Patina Slacks in there and Juggling Ninjas. What's going on, guys? How is your Tuesday night going? Oh, it's kicking off now, Ninjas. It's going down for real. What's up, David Iverson? Good to see you, my friend. What the hell? What the hell? What the heel? What the he will is this, Goondocks? And what's happening, Marcos? It's party time, Goondocks. That's what it is, buddy. What's happening, Zach, man? What's good? You're good, man. It's all good in the hood. You guys doing anything exciting on this wonderful Tuesday? Jason Brown, my brother, what's happening, buddy? Jumping in the shower, be back in a few. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that there, Patina Pants, because I can smell you from here, son. Not bad. Physical therapy post-surgery is working, so now I have tons of yard work to catch up on. Well, I mean, we can relapse you if you'd like us to, so you don't have to do that yard work. Eating mac and cheese, dude. Mac and cheese is like one of my favorite food groups. It's like right up there with deviled eggs and pecan pie. Good to see you too there, Juggling Ninjas. Got some, which I haven't gone back and read the rest of the comments, but there's some good questions coming in on those comments. I think the first Q&A video is going to be pretty good. Tim Cook, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I swear, speaking of eggs, I smell eggs. Yep, there he is. It's like kind of that sulfur aroma. It's happening, Ego, my little bald friend. Right on, Worm. And I'm glad that we're getting so many in, because I'll be able to kind of make them last. But I don't know, you guys be thinking, so you'll probably come up with a butt ton of questions every week. Yeah, I feel you, Ninjas. Life gets busy sometimes. So I'm not mean to you, and it's not because I do not love you, man. I do not love you. You take that back. I just love your doggy style. So, just a little something for you guys to ponder on and to get your feedback on. What if any of you guys have seen these flippers that Case has coming out? What do you guys think of those? What's your just initial response to that? Is orange called orange because oranges are orange, or orange is called oranges because they are orange? Damn you, Worm. Dude, is everybody just nasty? Like, what's going on? Or did you and Jared want to go sword fight or something? Yeah, Case is coming out with some flippers. The crazy named and let me look it up real quick. But I'm kind of nervous about this. Okay, one of them is it's like the Marilla and the Kenzua, and they are. Let's see, they're S35EN. They are aluminum handled flippers. They're frame locks. No, 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 no. The Kenzua has a Tanto blade. And, well, washing the stink off. You're going to have to try a little bit harder there, Jared. That's a lot of stank. Yeah, see, I agree, Worm. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Um, my trepidation, if you will, comes from when they did the collaboration with Southern Grind 2 or 3 years ago, and I was excited about that. And those knives were absolutely horrible. And then, yeah, that's another good point, Jason, with the QC problems they have on their traditionals. And see, the thing I don't know that they're necessarily missing these, glaring defects. I think that's just what they're willing to accept. It's like kind of become it's become the norm. Like we almost expect them to have gaps here and there and blade play and off centering, and so they just well, it says that Mr. RJ Sales because goodbye. Um, but I mean, it's like they're just kind of like, well, I mean, they're buying our knives, no, they didn't quit buying them, so we'll just keep putting them out like this. Pre-orders going 53. Oh, dang. Um, I haven't seen those eggs. 14C28N and G10. Yeah, exactly, Mark. That's what I'm saying. Like that, and that's sad that these knives that they're putting out into the world meet their standards. It's kind of like what happened to your standards? Because back in the day, I mean, they weren't like that. You can get, dude. It was I think it was 76 model slimline trapper, and I mean, there was no gaps. I mean, the transitions weren't perfect, but I mean, that's that is what it is. But there was no gaps. There was no blade play. The blades were perfectly centered, and they still had the factory edge, and they had a great factory edge on them. Like, what happened to the standards that they held themselves to in the 70s? What's going on with that? And well, and Jason, that was what's up, brother Rick? How's it going, buddy? That was an issue which I was a lot younger then, and I had a lot smaller fingers. But even those like those 70s and early 80s models, they had some pretty strong pulls on them. But like I said, I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, so that could have had a lot to do with it. What's up, Timbo? Good to see you, brother. But I don't know. And I guess it's the fact that people are still buying them because they've got to know that they're kind of a laughing stock. Because I mean, they are kind of a joke in the knife community, as far as quality goes. That like they're the standard to which you don't want to hold yourself, and it's kind of a running joke. Oh, I appreciate it, Ego. I'll check that out, man. Because I'd like Damn Designs, and I'd like 14C28N, and um, so that'll be something to check out. Yeah, see that's a good idea, Worm. Like being able to go into a store like there's a couple of the hardware stores, like most of the Aces around here, they have a case, and like you can go in and check them out. But then on the flip side, that for some reason, well, I guess because they're a brick and mortar, their prices are fairly high, and you can find a lot of good deals on case knives on like eBay and stuff. Get them brand new for $10 under retail. Now they're and see that you would think, and I see it because the as far as traditional knives go, the collectors normally they display them in cases. They don't really get them out and fiddle with them. They're to look at. They're play purties. So I get that. Whereas most of us that collect, we're gonna have them out flipping them at any given time, and they're not usually on display. If anything, they might be closed up in a case somewhere. um, what's up, Mr. Kiefer? It's good to see you, uh, King of all Dalaka. Are you seeing RJ sales in here again, Zach? I blocked him, but he might have changed. He keeps changing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jason. Like that's a good thing. I mean, you are going to have to pay a little bit more than what, and sometimes they do run sales where they haven't sold a certain pattern in forever, and they want to put new stock in or whatever. But for the most part, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. But it is nice to be able to check them out in hand. But what's up, Mark Herrera? Good to see you, my friend. Um, so my thing is, are we to expect the same standards with these new modern flippers that they're coming out with? Because if so, I feel like they're going to be fairly pricey. I know the knives that they did with Southern Grind were really expensive and definitely not worth the price. I would say they weren't even worth half the price. There's no so there's and as there should not be, Kiefer. I mean that if you want a Dolico, you're gonna have to pay top dollar for it because they're hard to come by. And I mean that's a whole different level of standard from say case knives or even Sabenzas really. No, well I blocked him, Zach. So I don't know if there's another RJ sales in here because he came in. Yeah, he's already been here, Tim. Because you see where I put I heart Quentin up there. He's like, why does it say Quentin? And it said RJ Sales was his name. So I told him bye bye. Whoa, you're leaving? Well, what the heck? Ego. I take it back, man. I do love you. I do love you. Don't leave me, man. I can't quit you. No, yeah, you need to go back to work. You got a wife to support. And what did he say, Jason? What was his response to your concern of over their quality standards? Huh? Wait, once I do giveaway video winner announcement, I'm done. Rodney, what are you talking about, dude? You're not quitting YouTube, are you? What the heck are you talking about, man? Like you're rolling. No, Rodney, don't do that, dude. Like why? Like you're moving and shaking, man. What's up, Dark Gravity? Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. And see, 150 compared to the those Southern Grind knives, that's pretty cheap because I'm pretty sure they were like closer to 250, and they were aluminum handled too. So yeah, this even at 150 and the worry of if you're gonna have crazy issues, nah, dude, we all have knife addictions, Rodney. This is our meeting right here. If you wanna take the floor and give your testimony, go ahead, dog. Like we're here for you. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, the YouTube channel is a good way to get it back into hand. You could use it to maybe sell some knives that you don't need to kind of put liquid assets back into where they need to go. I mean, yeah, I feel you there, Rodney. And it really it took me being broke. What's up, Christopher Tank? Christopher's tanks, all the tanks that Christopher owns. Um, Took me pretty much going broke to realize that, Rodney, and semi sort of changed my ways. It's been 3 days since my last knife. It's been like, well, and honestly, it's not too bad because I haven't bought a knife in forever. But I had to get, of course, I had to get some giveaway knives. And while I was at it, I just because I've been looking for it everywhere, and it seemed like they were out of stock everywhere. I did happen to run up on a one of the flipperless mini sheepdogs on Knife Center, so I snagged it. Dude, I feel you, Rodney. I mean, I know exactly what you are saying because I mean, there's been plenty of times where I mean, like I've bought a knife. I've like bought knives, like multiple knives, with that whole like sick feeling in my stomach. Like I can literally feel my bank account draining through my stomach as I'm making the purchase, and then like I sit there and talk myself out of canceling the order. And it's just a whole big crazy thing. It's a learning curve, man. It's a process. What's up, Chris Wolf? How's it going? It's one of the famous Beard brothers. I tried to get you and Jason Brown into a battle of the beards, and he said he ain't had nothing for you because he had to trim so much off recently. Yeah, see, that's it, Michael. And then you got to stick to them, man. You can set all the rules you want to, but if you don't stick to them, you're screwed. Might show mods, sell some. Yeah, there you go, man. I mean, like, see that's the thing right there. And that's a good thing because you are really, really good at modding knives. I mean, you're a damn machinist of what, like 30, 40 years? I mean, you can do anything. Like, if you want a new knife, take one of your old knives and turn it into a new knife. And not only do you not, you're not really spending money, but that gives you an outlet because you're physically doing the work to the knife. Then not only do you have a new knife, you've got a sense of pride behind the fact that you turned the knife into that. And then, what's up, B-Rad? And then, dude, you turn around if you want to and sell it. And now not only are you not spending money, you're making money. You are a hazmat. You no beard, no beard has kefir. That Yeah, man, Rodney. And like I said, you got my number. Call me if you want when this live stream's over, because I'm not gonna be doing anything. Um, let's see, B-Rad's in the house. That that wild and crazy guy. Well, I mean, have we semi sort of talked you down from that ledge, Rodney? Because I definitely don't want you. I don't want to see you quitting. And I know sometimes you feel like that it's going to take a drastic measure to be. I just got to like all or nothing. I'm out, and that's what's going to solve it. But just talking to people, man. You got uh, this huge extended family of brothers and sisters that have your back and would do anything they can to help you. So you don't. It doesn't have to be a drastic thing. All right, get some rest, Rodney, and And take care. I know you got to get up at like the butt crack of dawn and go to work. So get you some sleep and take care, my friend. Yeah, you're right, Tim. He does a crazy good job on like I like it when somebody gets one of the knives he's modded and they're like they literally have to go look at the original uh a picture of the original online so they can tell what was been done because it's so seamless. Like a lot of them you can tell, oh well, yeah, they definitely deleted the flipper here. It's a little rough around the edges, but yeah, he does good work. That's what I'm saying, man. Mod some knives and sell them. That can be your therapy. Well, I'm not gonna dispute you there, Rodney. You are old and crazy, but I mean, we're all a little crazy, and most of us are old too. So you're in good company. Let's not talk about work. Yeah, I feel you. I haven't been too long off work my dang self. So, what are you crazy cats carrying this fine evening? Yeah, it did, Rick. I mean, you see how good he is now. Like Rodney's already good to begin with. So, yes, sir. Pocket check, my friend. I hope if you don't throw out a Daleka, Keith, I'm you might get booted from this live stream. Millet torn. Oh, okay. I'll let it slide this time. Yeah. Older and crazier every day. 8015 and a brother. How are those brother knives, Worm? I need to check those out. What Benchmade did old Zach Man carry? The 945 Mini Osborne with titanium scale. Ooh, I bet that was pimp, Zach. Tucson Tuesday, TS 224 and a K Sodbuster Jr. and saw cut bone. Dude, I love that. I don't know. Well, again, the quality, but the K Sodbuster has such potential, man. The Sodbuster Jr. has such potential to be just an amazing knife. There we go, Kiefer. That's what I'm talking about. You did have that Daleka. Finch Cimarron and the usual Victorinox Tinker for Mr. Monster Racing 38 Tim. Orion Solaris and Artisan Cutlery Sea Snake for Patina Pants. How you liking that Sea Snake so far? Ferrum Forge Stinger and Tucson TS 221. That Stinger is an insanely awesome knife that I need to check out at some point. Praetorian G and Chavez 229 for Mr. Chris Wolf. Went heavy with the brass opponent. That is heavy, man. You're it must have been an arm and leg day. Right on. So better than Case then. American Blade Works Model 1 version 6 for Dark Gravity. And I'm going to tell you what, every time I see somebody with one of those knives, I kick myself like right squaw in the ass because I got on the waiting list and actually it was like one of those, I don't know, perfect knife moments. You forget you're on the waiting list and then you get this email saying, "Hey, your knife is available for purchase." And I was like, "Hell yeah, I purchased it." I was like I literally I feel like I had the tracking pulled up every second of every day waiting for that thing to get here. And it got here. And this was before, from what I understand, he's changed to like heat treated stainless steel liners instead of the titanium liners. Well, the daggum liners on mine were so warped that it was off center twice. It was like, those guys that you play baseball and they've got such a powerful arm that they'll throw a ball and it'll break twice. that's how my blade was, man. It was like it was it was it was favoring the lock side about halfway down, and then favoring the show side at 3/4 of the way down. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I just got so disgusted and irritated that I sold it for like half what I paid for it to some dude that really wanted it. So there we go. There's my American Blade Works story. All right. Marcos had a red duo today with a red QSP Penguin and red Finch Holiday. Oh man, nice. And a red Hank. Best Tech Texel, Teal Designs fixed blade style utility knife. OG Leatherman, Right in the Rain pouch with notebooks, stat gear, tweezers, and machine error markup brass band. Leatherman Squirt PS5, 3 pairs of glasses, set of binoculars, a Ouija board, and a feather duster for Jason Brown. And a Olight Warrior Mini, in case he had to do all that in the dark. Carbon fiber 52100 PM2. Ooh, man, I bet that's sweet. And a black G10 D2 feldspar, non-stainless black handle steam, and Eldris, of course. Right on, JN. That feldspar is another one that I've been interested in. Oh. Bees Blades up in Harrell. What's up, Bees? Titanium liners, marble carbon fiber with S35VN. Daggum. Dude, that sounds pimp. So I'm guessing that yours doesn't have any centering issues, Dark Gravity. Hey now, Brother Bear, what's up, my friend? Pre-run mini is spectacularly carried horizontally in the belt loop. DTC. Heck yeah, those pre-runs are pretty pimp. I like that. I don't know what you call it, like the 90-degree. It's like a little mini version of the military flashlight. Chris Wolf, I'm telling you, like, all right, so the Holiday, of course, is fantastic. You know, the Runtley is fantastic, but I tell you, the most satisfying Finch model that I ever had was, and I don't know why, it was just the blade shape, the action, like how solid it deployed. The Tycoona, man, that thing is killer. Heard on the feldspar. I did. Oh, you heard. I don't. Did I hear? Did you? I'm having a blonde moment, Ninja. I'm telling you, if you EDC a Ouija board, Jared, I mean, feather duster's a must-have. Those things collect so much dust, and then when you're trying to summon the spirits or your dead ancestors, the little planchette or whatever you call it won't slide real well because it gets bound up on those on all that built up dust. Yeah, but I mean, for real, Chris, like you said, I mean, any of them are just pimp. I guess like all of them that I've handled, the action, the fit and finish are all magnificent. It's just a matter of basically aesthetically what you prefer. Okay, so I think we're all in agreement on we're all a little we're all either a definite no or I'm really not sure as far as the new case flippers go. Another thing I saw today. Have you guys seen? There's a new button lock coming out from Concept. It's a collaboration with uh with Williamson. Oh, brother Golix up in here. What's up, buddy? No center issue. Little rough opening when I first got it, but smooth now. With playtime and KPO smooth. Yeah, dude. I mean, and that's the thing, man. The action on those American Blade Works knives is so freaking snappy. Like he's got that the detent dialed in, and it's like he's got the geometry of his tang where the flipper is compared to where the detent ball is. I mean, it's like perfect, and that centering just it. And I shouldn't have been so butthurt about it. I was like, man, it's a one man operation. How did he handles every knife? How did he miss this? And me being a dummy, and I think mainly I was just butthurt because I'd been looking forward to it for so long, and I was disappointed. So I had to do a little, stomp my baby foot and have some sour grapes. Oh, the feldspar, yeah, man. The feldspar is just it's another. No, there's some knives out there that I've been meaning to check out and just haven't gotten around to. And every time I hear the name of the knife or I see it, I'm like, ah, why haven't I gotten one of those yet? Yeah, it does. Bees like that's what I was gonna say. It's like kind of space agey and out there, and real angular. And yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I just thought, I mean, button locks are all the rage. Everybody's got to have these. They want a button lock, and I figured somebody would possibly be interested in it. See if I can't find a picture of the guy. Which I mean, that other Williamson knife that Concept put out, I wasn't a fan of that either. The I don't remember the name of it. That's how interested I was in it. Honestly, to me, it depends on the knife, Kiefer. Some of them I dig, and some of them I'm just like, ah, poo, whatever. Um, and you know, as far as being just a good sturdy work knife, the that Freeman 451 button lock flipper it's a killer knife. I mean, you're not going to be slicing maters with it or nothing, but it'll handle some hard use. But it functioned really well, and I had the Spartan Palus or Palus, like how I guess your preference, however you want to say it. And okay, I understand what they're saying about that's not a flipper tab. It's a finger guard. Well, don't make it look like a daggum flipper tab then, because I'm gonna want to flip it, and it flips horribly. Now, I mean, it deployed great with the thumb studs, but yeah, with the that flipper tab was just too tempting for me, and I'd try. Well, it's gonna be perfect this time. Nope. Yeah, there's the Rick, the front flippers, and the like. Justin Lundquist is killing it with his top flippers again this year. But here's the see if I can see that Williamson button lock, and yeah, see, like B said, it's angular as all get out. It's just kind of awkward looking, actually. Very strange, and I don't know if it's just the angle of the shot, but that blade to handle ratio looks kind of off to me too. That blade looks very small compared to how long that handle is. Ooh, I was interested in that new Civivi button lock flipper. It's pretty sweet. Bees Helix. Yeah, there you go. That the concept Helix, that weird looking thing. Yeah, they are. They're strange designs. But just from some interactions I've seen between him and some YouTubers, he's kind of a strange cat, just all around. So, dude, I'm telling you that this is just, I don't know, to me this is an ugly knife, but the build quality and fit and finish in that action are freaking spectacular, man. I can't get over it. I don't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm torn with the whole $280 worth of action and fit and finish because I mean I get excited about it and I'm like, yeah, 280 bucks, that ain't nothing. But then, and dude, that's a car payment. Whoa, Bill, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you. And yes, you did. I told you I was going to try and keep it a little bit earlier because Saturday night, dude, that was way past my bedtime. And honestly, I mean, I would have been up anyway, waiting on Jody's live, but it just kind of threw me all off because I kind of almost forgot about Jody's live, and then somebody said, "Hey, it's time for SKL," and I was like, "Wait, what day is it?" Oh my God, it threw me off big time. Oh, and Jared, you mentioned that you're not interested in picking up any new button locks. I don't know how you feel about this, but I do know, which I don't think you much care for coated blades, so it probably wouldn't interest you much anyway. But I'm pretty sure David said that they were coming out with a blacked out version of the Solaris. Oh yeah, and speaking of, here's my grimy, dirty model. About wore all the acid washing off of it using the dang thing. That has been used. It's got a pretty decent edge on it though. Yeah, and I will agree with the people that say it is kind of an awkward. I mean, it is awkward looking. It's strange, but uh, it's one of the most functional work knives I've ever used. All right, Kiefer, take it easy, buddy, and get you some rest, man. And have a great day at work tomorrow. And you're not old; you're just age challenged. I'm just trying to make you feel better. Yeah, and that's the thing, Bees. Like, I mean, for the price, because even with the the extra scales and then buying the pivot collar and backspacer. I mean, it was less than, I swear it was less than 120 bucks. And I mean, I beat the crap out of that thing, and I mean, it's still slick as the day I got it. Yeah, I saw. What did you miss? You missed. Were you even gone, Tim? Oh, you're playing. You're playing with me. Don't do me like that, man. I'm not gonna say a word because it's been peaceful, but I tell you, somebody I hadn't seen in a minute. Did Zach haul booty on us, or did I miss him saying goodbye? Yeah, you sure do. You're good at that, Tim. You're good at messing with my head when it comes to that because I'll either be like, just see the message and I'm like, oh crap, he's in here, or I'll see you that it's you saying the message and I'm like, oh dang, did he leave? Like, you got to fill him in, and just the whole time you yanking my chain. Yeah. Um. Well, Jared, if you're 12, you want to explain them youngins? Because I feel like there might be some ladies out there that might ought to be in jail. Well, just because you said that, Michael, there was going to be a giveaway, but now there is no giveaway. You just ruined it for everyone. Kevin, we talking about? Kevin Lefty? What's up, Pat? How's it going, buddy? So you get to live with yourself, knowing that tonight, Michael. And I don't know if you're still in the basement or not, but yeah, you just ruined the giveaway for all 17 of the people in here. Just just pooped in out at Island and gonna eat dinner. Oh, right on, man. What? So you like legit are like out on an island somewhere. I saw an Instagram post about being on some island, not in Malibu. And Jared, I wasn't, asking you to explain how you made the kids. It was if you're 12 now, and I know you have, well, you have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, so we're talking, dude. Yeah, way to go, Michael. Way to go. South Padre Island. That's right. Well, are you like on vacation, Pat? Or, well, dude, you're supposed to be going to eat. I'm holding you up. Well, I mean, and I do have free stuff to give away, like stickers and such. We could do a giveaway if you wanted to. I mean, who just wants to win a few little stickers? Put all that effort into it. But yeah, we'll do one at one point tonight. Do a little mini swag pack, a little like a Fisher Price my first swag pack type deal. Having to put them under Kyle's name. It's dang. Well, that puts Kyle at like what, 12 or 13 kids? Or yours part of his 5? Bill, you just saw that, and dude, he came in under a, what was it? I think he was impersonating our friend RJ. He came in as RJ Sales, and he was like, "Why does it say Quentin?" Well, I mean, that's the name you normally go by, isn't it? Not to mention, you not only did you list your last name as Sales again, but you just blew your cover if you were trying to sneak in here and like unnoticed and wreak havoc. But I've never accused him of being the sharpest knife in the Pelican case. Oh, we're congratulating somebody. Looks like I'm gonna hit. Yes, sir. You dang sure are, man. That one, you, what do you got to be around like 990, don't you? Like somewhere around there. The last time I saw you were at like 975, and that was a few days ago. Rocking and rolling. And congratulations, good sir. What's up, Dennis Watson? Listening and cleaning. Oh, so he's gonna make us all look bad, and he's actually being responsible. I'm up here talking into my phone and sipping on peanut butter whiskey, and he's being productive. Yeah, no, well, see, I don't know if it's temporary, but I mean, I had to have blocked 5 different accounts the other night, and he hasn't shown up in the comments of regular videos because then I would have just like hidden him then. So I don't know. Hopefully he won't. Hopefully he won't show up because I know that there was. He was just being a little too much that one night, and he was getting on people's nerves and disturbing them. So I'm doing everything I can to keep him away. Dude, I don't let it grab me by the boo boos, Tim. I sip responsibly, but yeah, I can imagine that it would because it tastes so daggum good. Like there's no. This one actually has a teeny little bit of bite. The that sheepdog, man, it's like I don't know, it's like eating peanut butter out of the jar. Um, and then the screwball, it's not really doesn't really have a bite. It's got an odd, not so peanut buttery flavor mixed in there with it. Oh, whack-a-mole, Quentin. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't. He said one night that he doesn't have any parents at home, and if he is really 12 years old, like literally, we have no clue how old he really is. So if he actually is 12 years old, the way he acts, I'm kind of starting to believe he doesn't have any uh, parents at home because he's got no home raising. I think I hurt his feelings the other night. I don't even remember what I said, but he was getting under my skin, and I might have said some not so friendly things to him. All right, we got some little big red sticker action with a Grateful Panic sticker thrown in, and we're gonna do a giveaway, but I don't want to do the numbers stuff. We'll end up doing the numbers thing. I know we will, but all right, you guys, one of your just whoever your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you will, is to come up with a cool giveaway game. I gotta save one of these for Chad because he really wants one. Maybe he'll pop in tonight. Give away some of the square bodies. The old box Chevy stickers. No, I didn't say I was gonna kill him. I said, I think I said there was gonna be murder involved or something, but we were going to enlist the help of a vigilante. And I did call him a botched abortion or something like that. Oh, something else that struck me as odd. Pick a card and we'll guess. Dude, I don't know. Do I have any cards up here? I would have to go downstairs and find a deck of cards. But that's the number thing. See, you tricked me, Michael. That's crap. What's up, Todd Porter? It's good to see you, my friend. And I am doing well. I can't speak for the rest of the people in here, but I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. You had a dream you were a vigilante sidekick. Were you like the sidekick to a vigilante, or were you somebody's sidekick and you were a vigilante? Because that's two different things. Like you could just be like, I don't know, some random dude's best friend, so you're his sidekick and you're a vigilante. As you go out and whip ass on people that like do bad things, or you could be like the sidekick of, somebody like Batman. What's up, Paper Tiger? Good to see you. Oh, it sure, it sure is, Jason Brown. You slipped that one by me. Oh, that was nice of you, Tim. And well, I'll tell you about something later. It's not. I mean, it's not an inappropriate thing. It's just I'll tell you about it later, Tim. Oh, but what I was gonna say is, so have you guys like? And I know it's been a couple weeks and it's old news and everything, but just like I get behind and then I'll go look up stuff. But there was a lot of repeat winners, or well, at least a couple of repeat winners, especially one big one for the awards at Blade Show this year. And one of them, I'm not a big fan of their knives anyway. And, Yes, my name is Tim, and I am a lesser known character. It's some kind of crazy carbon fiber. It's like twill carbon fiber, but then there's this other like smaller twill carbon fiber mixed in there, the red stuff. So it's pretty crazy looking. It's got kind of like a 3D effect. It almost looks like it's suspended in resin to me, but it's not. I'm look it up, see if they have a certain name for it. QSP. But my question, Jason Brown, is were you fighting crime in the streets together? QSP. It does look like snakeskin. Like you like spot on there, man. Um, I don't think, no, it's not. It just says, well, that's not the same thing. That's just regular twill. Here's some of that crazy looking stuff. It says red, just says red CF inlay, but I feel like it's got to be called something. Crazy twill, funky twill. Snakes have tiny shins. that that's messing with my mind right now. Imagining shins on a snake. Yeah, dude. Todd, that I think they put that out of most people's price range. We were talking about that earlier. Like, it's a fantastic knife. It is. I mean, it's just if you get it in hand, you'll fall in love, even if you don't like the look of it. But $280, they kind of it's they kind of it's limited to who's going to be able to buy it. No knees either. Now, see, I had a ball python that had a bum knee. Well, he had like 3 bum knees and a respiratory infection. But the bum knees were bull crap, but the respiratory infection was that was legit. um, it was so. I mean, now that you mention it, I'll tell you how crappy people can be. So a buddy of mine had a ball python, and he knew that I dug ball python, well, pythons of any kind, because I had a Macklot's python and 2 ball pythons and a red-tailed boa. Well, he said that he was getting rid of his snake and I could have it for free. Well, I went to pick it up, and all right, so first of all, I walk in, there's no light, no UV light, no heat lamp, no nothing. It's just a dark cage, and 3 of the sides have like contact, like he made it look all fancy with like a jungle scene of contact paper. And I was like, dude, what are you doing to that snake, man? Like, that's cruel and unusual. And he was like, no, man, it's what you're supposed to do. I was just, no, it's 100% not what you're supposed to do. And then I looked in, and he was using cedar shavings for his substrate. And I about lost it then, because, and see, the only thing I've ever used as substrate for my any of my reptiles is AstroTurf, because I mean you could cut it to the exact size you need, and then you just pull it out and wash it off, let it dry, and you keep a couple extras cut so you can throw a fresh one in while the other ones are drying. Well, you're not supposed to use any kind of like particulate anyway, because the little tiny particles are going to get in their lungs, because their breathe holes are right there at the you know at ground level. So of course he ended up with a respiratory infection. And I don't know if you've ever experienced a snake with a respiratory infection, but it's funny and like sickeningly sad at the same time, because they make this cute little sneezing noise. It's like a real squeaky, high pitched. Sounds like somebody stepped on a dog's chew toy, like real fast. But the sad part is they're daggum struggling to breathe, so they'll like swell up trying to like pull in air, and they can't get the air in, and then they'll just like expel all their air out like super fast, and it'll make that noise. Well, anyway, I had to put him on these antibiotics, so I had to take a like a syringe with no needle on it, and then freaking like pry his jaws open and stick the syringe in there and squirt the stuff down his throat. But it didn't work anyway. He was too far gone. Got a carpet python and a Pueblan milk. Dude, those carpet pythons are freaking beautiful. And there's a dude, I can't remember his name. He's from Australia, but I follow him on Instagram. He's a cool guy, but he's got a family of carpet pythons like in the wild living in his like storage shed or whatever. It's cool as crap. Had a goldfish with a torn ACL, and dude, those are so hard to repair. I mean, you trying to like bandage them up and put a brace on it, damn near impossible. Oh, dude, that would be so cool. Especially Rick, like was this like during the hair metal days, so y'all could dress up like I don't know, CC DeVille and Brett Michaels and with all the makeup and the glam crap, and then have that Burmese wrapped around you. Yeah, that was crap, Ninja. It pissed me off big time. Because I mean, the snake's obviously suffering, and he didn't ask for any of that crap. I mean, if you're gonna own a snake, do your research, figure out what kind of environment you're supposed to keep them in. But I mean, and then on top, and if he had had like the proper, you know, temperature and lighting conditions, might not have been so. He might not have gotten the respiratory infection, but it was like, I don't know. It was like he was growing mushrooms, man. It was just like totally dark cage, dank as crap. I mean, it was horrible. Alice Cooper, yes, sir. We're not worthy. Yeah, it is, Todd. I mean, it's because I don't know when we take an animal in as a pet, we're pretty much responsible for. I mean, not pretty much. We are responsible for every bit of their well-being. You know, they can't take themselves to the vet. They can't feed themselves. Well, I mean, sort of running down and chasing an animal and killing it, but people just don't. They don't give a crap. But enough of that sadness. We're like an hour in, so let's give away some stickers. But I need, and Michael, I mean that was bull crap. Pick a card. I mean that's numbers, man. It's still numbers. Somebody figure out a way for me to give these stickers to one of you lucky gents, and we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll just do the numbers, and it'll be all right. Oh man, running low on that bad boy. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that should never own pets. And Worm, you've got it backwards, dude. You don't have three cats. Three cats have you. You know, I think Paper Tiger, and I mean, pretty much any python. Well, I mean, I think they have the potential to be aggressive. It's all in how you condition them to, to you and their surroundings. And because they say the same thing about like blood pythons, which they've got that like 180-degree strike that they can do. So you that you really want to watch out for them, because most snakes you just come up kind of behind their head and gently pick them up. Well, blood python has the capability to stop you in your tracks when you're coming up behind their head and really really hem you up and give you a bad day. But they're so pretty, man. God, their colors are beautiful. Got 3 dogs. I squeal and run from snakes. Hey, dude, the snakes I had, they were in cages. Like I had control over them. A snake out there just shooting across the ground, I'll turn into a little girl in a heartbeat now. Especially those black snakes because they're so fast and they'll sneak up on you. And I had one like scoot between my legs before I realized it, and I mean it scared the living daylights out of me. I'd probably jumped 10 feet in the air. I was like maybe 11 or 12, and my mom was like, "You're not scared of snakes. What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Mom, have you ever had a snake slither between your legs? You'd be scared of it too." Yeah, yeah. The double left. Make that triple left thumb injury, Jared. It got three left thumbs. Just say that's why my mom said that, Jason. Because I'd go out and like at the edge of like our house was surrounded by woods because we were kind of like country folks. So I mean, we lived in the woods, and but at the edge of the woods, Mama had a bunch of like her little flower beds and stuff, and she had these like flat slate rocks that they had brought back from North Georgia to kind of like line her flower beds or whatever. Where you could any time of day you could flip one of those over and find a little ringneck snake under it, and I'd snag them and like go running in the kitchen and show Mama, and of course she screamed, "Get that out of my kitchen!" Used to terrorize the poor woman. But the worst. Oh, Scott Big Boy Williams, what's up, man? And oh no, okay, I read that wrong. But what's up, Scott? It's good to see you, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. The best was me and my daddy were out in the yard one day, and Mama had this big bag of potting soil leaned up against a tree, and we saw something moving, and we looked, and it was this thing had to have been a good 4.5, 5 feet long. Big old black snake comes slithering across the yard, goes up the bag of potting soil, and slithers down into it. And I was like, "Wow, man, did you see that? That was crazy." And my daddy's laughing. I'm like, What's so funny? I mean, it's cool, but it's not funny." He was like, "Yeah, but this is about to be." And he calls my mom. He's, "Sarah, you give me a pot of that potting soil out of that bag over there?" Yes, sir. I thought Mama was going to kill Daddy that night. All right, Marcos, you turning in for the night? I appreciate you stopping by, man. It was good to see you. All right, I think we've reached our peak. We're at 23 right now. So you know what? I guess since none of you guys just totally let me down and couldn't come up with a giveaway game. No, because that wouldn't be fair either. Yeah, no. It went over like a wet fart in church. I have never seen Mama jump that high, scream that loud. Because I mean, she picked up her little scooper and just stuck her arm into it, and then I think she felt it and like peeled the bag, like the edge of the bag back to look and see what her hand had hit, and oh, dude, hell flew through her. Rock, paper, scissors for the giveaway. You can trust me. But see, see, there's got to be something. I don't have a big envelope full of coupons, and like anything I ask you to guess, like this is a good one here. Let's see. Uh, uh, See, I've got my water bill. Like, I mean, I could tell you whoever gets the closest without going over to how much my water bill is the winner. But it's still numbers. But actually, that's kind of I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. But see, you guys don't. Well, no, it doesn't matter. Between zero and infinity, guess what my what my water bill is? How much land do I have? I don't. It's like an acre, but I don't water. Or are you talking about the land up in North Georgia? My parents have like, I think it's like 120 They have like they have like a little holler that's theirs. Is this including sewage and trash pickup? No, I'm on county water, so I don't have to pay for that. We haul our own trash off, and we have septic tanks. Guessing it was higher than it should be. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't even opened it. It's just here, and I saw it. All right. So is that what we're doing? All right, go guys. Guess my water bill. And yes, it's 1 month at a time. I'm interested to see what it is actually. Yep. All right. You got some good guesses here. Those are some great utility bill prices. You don't pay bills, so you could be off by a lot. I pay bills, and if I had to guess, I'd be off by a lot. So, well, see, we're not necessarily doing numbers. This is more like prices that involve numbers. Give it to all the people whose names you spelled in the last video. Hey, haha, there he is. That's the man I was talking about, guys. That's Stephen Howell right there. That's the man with the he inspired that last video. That is the man. It's good to see you, Stephen. I dang sure appreciate you dropping in. Life does it, so I never see it. So I mean, you pay it, you just don't pay it. It is like Price is Right, the closest without going over. And keep in mind, rural South Carolina, country as collard greens by price, and we have to guess where your water bill lands. That's a good idea. So has everybody has everybody submitted their guess? Because if so, we are going to take a look at this. Well, he's definitely not Quentin. That was a complete thought followed by a complete sentence. Oh, you talking about? No, Steven's legit, dude. He's the guy that inspired the last video. You know, that even though I already knew it, it was like it just hit home that interacting with you guys is the end all be all to having a YouTube channel. Figured you still went out back to the well. I mean, I didn't say I didn't. Worm. No, yeah, Steven is he's legit. He's a and you know all you guys thank him for his service because he is a I think he's retired. I think he said retired. I think he did the whole long haul and retired, but he is a former service member, and we greatly appreciate him. Well, I don't see any more guesses, so all right, let me go up and see if let's see 3750, 2550, 4760, 4750, 13767. The funny thing is 130, dude. Worm is the closest, like just numbers wise, he is absolutely the closest. And let's see, 156, 85, 8250. But yeah, we do have a winner. And honestly, I was afraid that we weren't going to have a winner. But okay, Worm, think about what your guess was, and there's the bill. So, from what I'm seeing, and you guys can go back and double check me, Michael Morgan is the winner. Yeah, and dude, I'm a freaking ninny because I just realized that I didn't even mention, or did I mention the live? Did I mention the live tonight, Steven? I hope I did, but I feel like knowing me, I didn't. I intended to, but didn't. Well, I no, I didn't make it. I just was, I guess my water bill because honestly, I didn't know what it was. I knew it was, and see, the thing is, sometimes I'll forget and like I'll catch a bill and open it up and it'll be like 2 months past due because I've just totally forgotten about it because it's a small bill. So it'll end up being, like $40. So Michael, he didn't guess 90, or did he guess twice? Because there was like a $3 and something guess. Uh 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 uh. Who waits? Who guessed the $3 and something? Hey, you did. You see, why'd you guess twice? You numbnuts. You guessed 314. Or no, that was pi. You. I guess we're just gonna have to go with the closest to it because it is 13 something. But I thought you had guessed 314, but you were doing some Hollywood tactical crap and putting down pi, and then you guessed like 90 or something. Yeah. See, well, you know the rules, Michael. See, you go stand in the corner, young man, nose to the corner, 15 minutes because you know the rules. You knew better than that. You know, yeah, see, that's how my when I just moved here recently, well, not recently, like 3 or 4 years ago. I was living in city limits before that, and golly, like it was pretty much a close to $100 water bill every month with the sewage and trash pickup. And the thing is, like, they wouldn't even like you. So we're instructed to, like, anything that won't fit in the trash can to leave it next to the trash can. And because they come around with that big truck with the claw and like pick it up. So Rick won. Yeah, he was the closest without. That was that was your pie symbol. See, you playing games, Michael, and it almost cost Rick his earned win. Um, but anyway, they come around with that big truck with the claw and pick up stuff and put it in. Well, the thing is, like, they only send that thing around because I mean it's still, even city limits, it's still rural as crap. So they might only send that truck around once a month. So you'll be stuck with, old Sanford and Son couch sitting in your yard for a month. I don't know how close did it get. I swear, like the closest was like 40 something maybe, or 30 something. Oh, was that it? 25.50. So he was only like, he was less than $12 off, so not too shabby. Well, I mean, because honestly, that's what it is. It's between one and infinity. Because I didn't know, I couldn't give you a range because I didn't know what the bill was. I am. Wait, who was the second person? I am. Congratulations, brother Rick. You won fair and square, and they're being poor losers. Sewage based on how much water you use. So if you water plants, yeah. Well, see, I think our sewage is it's like a flat rate. Like the only thing we get charged like per usage is the actual water we consume, um but it's like I know it's like a 25 or $30 charge for the trash pickup, like 25 $30 charge for sewage, and then on top of that, then you paying all these like fees for getting your roads fixed that they don't even fix. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, matter of fact, I mean, like, I lived on a little short road, like, it was because it was a dead end. It was maybe a city block long and probably had 5 potholes on that road that they never fixed, but we paid to have them fixed every month. Yeah, I see, I don't remember what I lived in California for about 5 years back in the last half of the '90s. I moved out there in '95 and I left in '99. But I don't remember what the water. Of course, I lived in an apartment. I was either in military barracks or an apartment the whole time, so I don't remember the whole. No, matter of fact, they paid our water bill. Our water bill was covered in the apartment, but the light bill, dude, our light bill was always good. It never, I swear, it never went over $200. It's always like around between 100 and 150, and our rent was like 450 a month. And I remember thinking, like, everybody said the cost of living in California was high, but I mean, it wasn't that bad. Gas sucked, and like your vices, well, except for alcohol. Alcohol was cheap, but like if you smoked, you were going to pay for it. Um, but I just remember thinking it wasn't that bad. But the town I lived in was kind of a rural town. Anyway, it was in kind of wine country, but not. It was Central Coast ish. Just for water and trash, it's $168 a month. Jeez Louise. Yeah, dude. Like, are you in South Carolina, Hunter? And welcome, Hunter. I didn't welcome you, but welcome, man. You live in South Carolina because yeah, the roads are horrible here. It's the worst roads I've ever seen in my life. Dude, they'll go around with the little sticky patch stuff and shovelfuls of it and like throw it in the hole, and that's patching the road. And then like a week later, after it's rained 4 times, it's worse than it was before they patched it. They make they make you pay for see what you're paying, Chris, is all those gas pumpers' salaries because the idiots in Oregon they're not allowed to pump their own gas, or they weren't when I lived out there. Like, what the heck is that? Like, do you literally not have enough faith in me as an adult human being that you don't trust me to pump my own gas? You have to have a trained gas technician to do it. Traveler's Rest, right on. I lived in Paso Robles, and then north of that for a little while in a town that had no name. It was at an army base, but the closest town was this. It was called like They called it. They pronounced it Holon. It was Jolon. It was like Holon and Bradley, and then in the middle of nowhere was Fort Hunter Liggett. Yeah, we have dirt roads, Michael, all day long. Holy crap, $350 to $450 a month. Dude, I've had a light bill like that like once, and it was literally because the air conditioning unit and the water heater were screwed up at the same time. And I didn't know about the water heater. It had like a pinhole leak. So it was steady freaking like the element was steady on because water was steady going out. Yeah, dude, the same thing happened to me. Like we stopped, we were because my first wife played ASO soccer, and they had some tournament or something, and she stopped and to get gas, and she went into the gas station. So I got out and grabbed the daggum pump, like the pump handle off, and went. And this dude comes run like I thought he was about to tackle me, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa! I didn't do anything. What? You can't pump that. You can't do that. Can't do what? You can't pump the gas." Okay. Oh, that's why it's freaking $5.75 a gallon here because they got to pay your butt to pump the gas. Mm-mm. Not to mention we get rolling blackouts. It's always awesome. See, and that's funny. When I lived out there, they had those like brownouts and stuff, and like I never experienced it. And Paso Robles, dude, it got hot. Like it was stayed because it was the weirdest weather I've ever experienced in my life. Like from March until October, there wouldn't be you'd never see a cloud in the sky. You would never see a drop of rain. And then from October back around to March, it would literally be cloudy and raining every freaking day. So in the summertime, like and I mean that dry heat, I'll admit it is a little bit different. Like it's just not so oppressive as like a humid heat. But I mean, dude, like 110, 115 is 110, 115. Like it's hot. But I swear, our bill. I guess it was because I mean our apartment was pretty well insulated. It's one of those old like Spanish Mission looking stucco apartments. Self-serve. No Oh, Bill, it's funny because there's like if you go up, it's like an hour and a half from here up in Charlotte. There's this little gas station, and I ran into it because I used to do sign work. Like I was a sign fabricator, and we built gas station signs and would like install them or whatever. And we were up there doing this for an old Amico, and it was like an old Amico, like it was you were back in the 50s. It was a full service gas station, and it was like the La Jolla of North Carolina, like rich people, like the nicest cars I've ever seen in my life, and they just pull up and sit in their car, and they'd pay that extra dollar or so a gallon to have some dude pump their gas, check their oil, clean their windshield. The bills daycare, $8.20 a month. Whoa, $820 a month for daycare? What the? What in the hell? The Oregon, California borders. So you're like way up in Northern California, Chris, or like what part of California? Like up around Chico or something? And what? Dude, that blows my mind. Like where in the hell in Tennessee is there $820 a month daycare? That's insane, dude. They're like what and how long do they keep? Like how many hours are you paying for? They charge if you are late. I know it's like they start charging it like 5 minutes late or something. And I want to say it's like $5 a minute or some crap here. Crescent City, California. Right on. Yeah, I live like way below that out in, I mean, Paso Robles wasn't really in the middle of nowhere, but it was, actually, it was a good place to live because like I was driving range from everywhere. Like, in the wintertime, I was like 2 hours away from Sierra Summit and we go snowboarding. In the summertime, I was 45 minutes away from Pismo Beach. So we'd head to the beach, a couple hours from Yosemite and Sequoia. Holy crap. All right, Hunter, I appreciate you stopping by. And it's nice to see a fellow South Kakalakian. I feel for you, brother. My heart goes out to you, man. It's really, I mean, South Carolina is not a bad state to live in, except for it's a bad state to live in. Like, I don't know, it can be like it can be like completely freaking awesome, and then it can also be pretty crappy. And well, if you're like a big beach person, it's crappy because well, unless you go down to like Charleston and hit Folly Beach, because I swear Myrtle Beach is the armpit of the world. That is the ooh, I don't go within an hour of there if I can help it, and I only live an hour and a half away from there. All right, I need to catch up on Mark Carrera's in San Jose. That's close to Peter and Christine, ain't it? Mark, they're close to San. Oh crap, my gauge fell out. Made a loud noise. They're close to San Jose. And when I was at Hunter Liggett, I wasn't too far from San Jose. It was it's like 45 minutes south of King City, which King City was our closest hamburger. That's how far out in the boonies we were. Like if we wanted a legit cheeseburger, we had to drive 45 minutes for it. I was little. Your aunt lived in Myrtle Beach. How long? See, back then it wasn't really that bad. Like even when I was in high school, like after high school, like say early 2000, 20 years ago, it wasn't that bad. Like it is horrible now. I mean, it is just, it's horrible. And Bill's a Michigander. What part of Michigan are you from? There's a bunch of Michiganders that I know in the knife community. David Vanderstelt and Paul Schutte, they're both from Michigan. Yeah, it's the Phoenix of South Carolina. Dude, it is terrible. It's like you can, when you're pulling into Myrtle Beach, like you're still in, say, like Conway, and you can smell the stench. Instead of like you're pulling in, you smell that sweet salt air. It's like you can just smell the stench of hatred and despair and hooker spit, and it's just terrible. Right, about 45 minutes from you, Mark. That's not bad. Midland, Michigan. I don't know my Michigan. Um, I don't know my Michigan. I know the Upper Peninsula, but that's about it. And I only know that because of Bark River Knives and all that mess. Northeastern Pennsylvania, right over the New York border. New York. You know, I've never been to New York, and I'm not sure if I want to go to the state. I don't know if I want to go to New York City, but I'd love to go like up in the mountain areas and stuff. Home of Dow Chemical. But funny story about New York City. My dad, he when he retired from the post office, he drove a 18-wheeler for the post office, but he would go pick up loads from the main hub and deliver it to like the local branches, and like he made make like 3 or 4 runs a night. Well, once he retired from that, he started doing over the road stuff, and he was delivering seedlings to nurseries around the country. Well, they had asked him to do a run up to New York City. He had never been before, and this was back before the days of GPS. And so he had his little road atlas or whatever. So he pulls in and he's following the street names on his atlas, and he goes in a circle about 4 times. He's like, "What in the world?" Like, I'm literally turning the right. And my dad, he's good at, like, he's been driving, doing that stuff his whole life, so he's good with directions. And he's like, this New York crap, I can't figure it out. Well, he pulls up to a stop sign at one point, and this dude comes out of like the shadows and jumps up on the little step. And he's like, "Hey, man, you having problems? I've seen you pass by here about 3 or 4 times." And my dad was like, "Yeah, I can't find where I'm going." He said, "Man, I'll get you there." He said $20. I'll get you there in 10 minutes or less. My dad gives him $20, and sure enough, he gets him there in 20 minutes or less, like, or 10 minutes or less. Like it's like a little over 5 minutes. He gets him there. Well, they're unloading, and the guy's like, "Do you have any trouble finding the place?" My dad's like, "Yeah, dude, I went in a circle like 4 times, and I'm reading my my road map, and he's like, I don't usually get lost." And the guy said, "Would you have a guy come up and lead you on in here for money?" And he said, "Yeah, I give him $20," and he brought me straight on in. He said, "Yeah, I'm sure he did." He said, "Because that's their scam. They go out there and they switch the road signs around, so you get lost, and then they jump up on your truck and lead you right there, and that's how they make their money." Hate despair and hookers. Yeah, dude. You should smell the Dollar Tree in Myrtle Beach. I Yeah, I've got a uncle. in Wisconsin, Tim, but he lives up in Waukesha, and like he taught at Marquette. Like he's old and senile, and um pretty much has wet brain from years of drinking, but so he's not teaching anything now. But yeah, he taught at Waukesha for most of his adult life. And it's funny because he's from, like, he grew up in Middle Tennessee like my mama did, but to look at him, like even when I was growing up, you wouldn't you would never believe it, because he was your typical. He'd have his little white T-shirt and like dark blue slack shorts on with his black socks and his shower shoe flip flops. It was some good stuff. Yes, I just caught that bill. I've heard it's spectacular, and I've seen pictures, and I'd love to visit there one day. Dude, and see, I can't remember where the chick was from, but there was this girl that was like friend of a friend, and she was from New York. And we're like, I hear, she's from New York. I'm like, oh, she's dang worldly. She's seen it all. We're driving along, and we pass, like, it was either the Burger King or Hardee's or something. And she was like, what's that? I'm like, the Hardee's? That's our Hardee's. What's a Hardee's? I mean, it's the Hardee's. They sell Hardee's burger. Like, what do you mean? There's no Hardee's where I'm from. I was like, you're from New York, but it was some teeny little town, upstate. And she had like half the restaurants we had around here she had never heard of. What is the red knife? This one here? This used to be, well, it still is. It's a what is it, Santa Fe? I think the Tangram Santa Fe, and I just dyed the scales and did a little bronzing and such, and acid washing to make it look not so much. I mean, it looked horrible, but I thought it ended up making it look a little bit better. So it's a pretty decent knife. I just hate the fact that the lockup is like 120%, which it was late when I got it, but I think when I acid washed it, I should have masked some things off a little bit better with nail polish, because it took off material where it shouldn't have took off material, namely the lock face. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Off grid, yes, it is. This is it's Peter's. Peter sent it for me to check out, and dude, it's a pretty killer knife. And again, dude, it's a little bit overpriced, man. It's like upwards of like 250 or so, I think. But I mean, it's a cool knife. It's got carbon fiber inlays, titanium frame lock. The action's awesome. Detent's freaking spot on. But I don't know about that price. Yeah, that Kudo, that Japanese Akudo 440 mock, and dude, it does sharpen up like wicked sharp. It doesn't last very long, but I mean, it's one of those, like, you can like hand sharpen it real quick, like 5 minutes on some diamond stones, and it's like you're scared to touch it. It's so sharp. Yeah, and Scott said Carl's Jr. And I remember that whole deal living out. But my favorite was Jack in the Crack, man. I love Jack in the Crack, especially like the little dollar tacos they had. Like, I load up on those. That was my what I took to work for lunch a lot. Um, Bill, Ego was talking about that. About they've got some. They're doing like pre-orders or something right now. 53. I think he said $53 for the uh G10 14C 28N. I need to check those out for sure. 30? Wait, whoa, oh, never mind. Okay, that was a different whole different. Yeah, that the Tangram for sub 30 for sure. Like, it's a killer. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is, and this was just a bad example. I think the blade centering is a good bit off, and then the lockup is super late. But other than that, it's a killer knife. Nuclear explosion here, dude. Oh, they still have them, Chris. Dude, those tacos are amazing, man. And there's the strangest tacos I've ever seen, but they taste so daggum good. So the okay, so the pre-order on the damn designs is now, but they don't ship until October is what it looks like Winchester's saying. Yeah, it is pretty eclectic. Um, man, which actually, okay, the damn designs, they belong to damn designs because they're passed around. The QSP belongs to QSP. The off grid belongs to Peter, and then the other three are mine. So it's basically what I was able to get away without selling or didn't feel like was worth selling is what I ended up with. And then like these two are new-ish. Essentially blowing in the mic. Was it like that? Um and see, that's another thing, Mark. Somehow mine got really like pinched down, so it my pocket goes to like right there now, and then it stops. Yeah, that's the slayback. And I had the EWC, but I ended up getting rid of it. I kind of had to choose between getting rid of one or the other, and I had to keep this one. Well, I'm either talking about these damn designs that don't belong to me, bees, or they have a pre-order on some models now, and I'm not sure. I think it's models that they've already had out, but they're just doing them in different materials or something, maybe. But yeah, dude, I love that that blade shape is just crazy. I mean, you don't. That's unique as all get out. I am saving my pennies to try and get one of those the Monterey Bay knives, American EDC or whatever. I can't remember what the name is, but basically made here in America instead of Chinese made. And it looks a lot like which I still have I have a mini old guard still, but Peter's checking that out right now. Zach is back, but you didn't even tell us bye, Zach. I hope just tell me that you got kicked out of the chat, so it won't hurt my feelings. I plugged my phone in. I'm right here, Timbo. What are you talking about? No, if I'm, full disclosure, set my headset down to run downstairs and grab a beer. And I ran into Quentin in the living room, so. No, he didn't bring me a straw. That jackhole. Hi, Quentin here. New account, stole someone's pic. Dano. Don't play around, Dano. I'll tell you what, this has been a very varied conversation. Some good conversation, man. Yeah, I know you. I mean, I knew you had to be kidding. But we've been talking about the cost of living, like bills, Jack in the Crack tacos. Which I don't. Dano, do you have Jack in the Crack up there in um Sam Squancheton? It has been a very chatty chat, Bill. Big time. It's been very enjoyable. And there's not another group of people I would rather hang out with on a Tuesday evening. You know what? I wish this might. Do any of you guys remember Camfrog? It's going good, Dano. I appreciate it, buddy. How's yours? How is yours going? How's Freya? Yeah, that's me, brother Rick. It'll take me 10 minutes to type a message because I'll get halfway through and then just happen to look back and read. And my phone has changed 4 words into like I don't know, it changes like element into evening at the Roxy or some crap. Hey, it's my pleasure, Tim. Like for real. Like I told you earlier, like this is my happy place, man. Like I dig this. I I honestly I could do this every night, but I I don't see anybody putting an affirmative message to Camfrog. But there used to be this I don't know what you would call it, but it was like a website maybe, but like you had different chat rooms. You could go in if you had a webcam and headphones or speakers or whatever and a microphone. Like you go in and you'd have like pictures all over your computer monitor of different people, and like you could voice chat back and forth. Like you could chat just like in the live chat here, but you could voice chat too. And you had like the like somebody would start the room. It wouldn't be I guess like an admin or whatever, and then they'd have moderators, and they could grant you like microphone time, or you could like play music in the room or whatever. Terrific Tuesday. Hey, that's a good name for it there, Mark. Old Terrific Tuesdays. Better than Ruby Tuesdays. And yeah, like for real, it's my pleasure, dude. Like I said, I enjoy this. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and shooting the shit. You've never tried Jack in the Box, man, dude. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just the tacos related because that's really all I ever got there. Because I was more of a Carl's Jr. burger guy, but or I'd get a Whopper from Burger King. But honestly, when I lived there, what I ate the most of was this was like okay, so this was 95 to 99, and like I swear the whole time I was there, Domino's had these daggum any size pizza, any number of toppings for $10 deals, like delivered. So you could get a daggum extra large pizza with triple everything on it for $10 delivered to your house. So I ate a lot of pizza. I've never eaten at a White Castle, Rick. And they have them in like my mom's from Tennessee. They have White Castle in Tennessee, and out there, which they didn't have White Castle around where I live in California, but I mean they have them out there. But my jam used to be back in the day when I was younger in Georgia. They have Crystal Restaurant. I think they might have them in Tennessee, but it's basically the same thing. But they had like little tiny hot dogs and little tiny hamburgers. Yeah, dude. I remember when they had that 30 minutes or it was free deal, and then you had all like the uh, vehicle accident rate like went through the freaking roof because all these dumb high school kids trying to deliver a pizza in 30 minutes or less kept pulling out in front of people and wrecking. So then they did away with that crap. Thanks, Dano. I love having you here, man. I love having all you guys here. It's good freaking times. And Mark, it's not stealing; it's borrowing because I know Tim and he would gladly let you borrow it, so you didn't steal it. Yep, 30 dude, 30 minutes and 5 seconds not paying. I hit the start on my stopwatch as soon as I hung up the phone, Mr. Man, and it is 30 minutes and 5 seconds. So, and of course, they would be hauling booty to get where they were going because if they were if they went over 30 minutes and you got it for free, it came out of their check. Um, Todd, actually, it's been all right. It's kind of been hot, but kind of not. It's been a really mild spring, oddly enough, because normally by this time of the year, it's 95 steady with 95% humidity, and you sweat you just never stop sweating. But it hadn't been real bad. Like it'll get hot during the day, the humidity's not real high, and then it'll kind of we'll get showers in the evening to cool it off. And like we've actually had like into June, we had like 50-degree nights, so not bad at all. I don't remember the Shack combo Winchester at all. Like, but I wasn't a huge McDonald's fan, and if I did go to McDonald's, it was double quarter pounder with cheese or a Big Mac. Um, no, no. Matter of fact, like they should be like sounding off right now, and nah, no, there's no cicadas. Which we didn't. I mean, we had a little bit. I guess year before last, and before that for like 3 years, they were off the chain. What we get most of around here is tree frogs. Yeah, well, our McDonald's doesn't have poutines, Dano. Like this, we don't do that. They have like chicken nuggets and Big Macs and such. You done a close up of that bug out. Um, no, I have not. And dude, honestly, well, that screw right there bothers me. All right, let's get up there. Focus. All right. So all the other ones, I ordered the little, blue screws off of, which I think I'm gonna replace these anyway because they're not the greatest quality blue. But I lost one of the the blue screws when I was replacing them. I like dumped them out and thought I had them under control, and one popped, like jumped up in the air and went off to Never Never Land. So there you go. But no, I'd like to get like some better anodized stuff and do like replace everything. I'd either green or blue, but I'd like replace the access bar and the pocket clip. But this dude, this was one of those like it just didn't even make sense the price they were charging for it because you weren't paying for everything you were getting, so I had to buy it because it's just the standard, blue bug out. It comes with the titanium scales already installed, and I mean the blue scales that they took off because they do it right there at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Like it comes with the blue scales, the titanium scales are installed, everything, and it was $150. And I was like, well, dude, the daggum titanium scales are $69 by themselves, and then the blue bug out's like what 125. Like that doesn't even add up. So I had to buy it just because it didn't make sense. Yeah, I'm thinking green. Which is that's what I had found a really nice looking set to replace, or maybe not. But anyway, it was over $100 for the set of screws, and I'll hold off on that. 17-year brood X hit here this year. At one point, had 500 or 600 on my trees. A couple of weeks ago, they were so loud they had to close the road because, good God. Yeah, no, we haven't had any kind of like it's been strange because normally like we just have cicadas, like they're out there noisy as crap. But this year when it's supposed to be like getting overrun by the the X brood or whatever, like we haven't had nothing. All right, Dano, enjoy your poutine, man. You got the brass one, but it was polished brass, so not very nice. You don't like the polished brass? I don't know. I found like I like the polished brass better because it patinas quicker. And like if especially if there's no coating on it. But I mean, yeah, like all the prices they had on I think was yours 152 Winchester? Because I mean, like it didn't make sense. It's like the numbers didn't add up. So I felt like it was one of those things where like I gotta buy it because I feel like I'm kind of getting over on them. So like, have they not noticed? But I feel like maybe they got a killer deal on the scales or something and just kind of passed the savings on. A yuck hazard. What's that in reference to? Yep, I don't like them. I'll send them to you if you want them. They're used though. I mean, yeah, if you don't want them, I'll buy them from you, Winchester. Like for real, hit me up. Either on well, I don't even know. Are you on Instagram? If not, just hit my email. It's gratefulpanic.edc@gmail, or just leave a comment on one of the videos and I'll get up with you. And that's what I thought that they were Flytanium. But if you look at the and maybe it's like an older version or something, because the ones that Flytanium selling now, there's some like pretty big differences between what they have now and these. But honestly, I think that's what it is. I think it must have been some old stock that Flytanium had. They must have changed their, like the milling patterns and stuff, and wanted to get rid of some old stock. So that actually makes sense. But yeah, like I don't know. It just to me I don't know. It makes the knife. It just feels, which I don't know. I wasn't one of those. Well, it's flexes. It feels chintzy or whatever. But I don't know. It gives it just a little more solid feel, and I like the way that feels better than like the FRN handles. GratefulPanic.edc@gmail. That's it. Yes, sir. That is it. 100%. Is it is it good time? Yeah. I mean, it's what up. There's Mateo. When'd you sneak in, dude? That better be. Yeah. No. Hey, you were up there. Man, holler next time. I didn't even hear you come in. But yeah, like and these are it's like stonewashed titanium. So I mean, I dig them. It kind of turned it into a whole other knife for me. All right, I appreciate it, Winchester. That's cool. No, I don't want to anno it, man. I don't. Uh, because like I swear that lightning strike, that whatever you want to call it, anno, it looks cool, but I get sick of it. Like especially having like the whole, like if it's in just like maybe a pocket clip or a backspace or something like that, it's not too bad. But having like the whole freaking handle scale anodized like that, I get so tired of it like quick. Well, I didn't hear you, Mateo. Like honestly, I was listening. I did not hear you say hello. Of course, it might have been when I ran downstairs to grab a beer. So I need to get a little like dorm room fridge up here. Where are you at, bees? I don't, you probably told me, and I've forgotten. I'm trying to figure out where, like, if we're like next, if we're like the cicadas' next stop, or if they've completely avoided us, or like what's going on. Yeah, see what Tim said. I like totally didn't hear you. And like normally you know you holler pretty loud, and I'm like, oh, there's Teo. What's up, dude? But, you know, this time you were, I don't know, mumbling or something. There was something else near Dayton, Ohio. Okay, right on. So maybe like I don't know, maybe they're migrating their way south or something. Maybe that's the thing. They just haven't gotten here yet. But it's I don't know. I feel like they're already here because they're under the ground, right? They're under the ground for 17 years, and then they pop out, and there they are. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't go underground here. Maybe they all died or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's what? Wait, what do you what region of the country is Ohio considered? Because like some of it's like almost south. Like right there. I had a friend that was from Meigs County on the Ohio River, and it's like it's almost not even Ohio, really. It's like right across the bridge from where Marshall University is in Pum. What's she call the town? Pomeroy. I'm from Pomeroy, little teeny little town. Like where they have like one, like her dad's like the sheriff, the preacher, and the school principal. Crazy. Let's see. There's something else that I was gonna get y'all's feedback on. Hour north of Cincinnati. Okay, so you're pretty good bit further than she was. She was way down south in Ohio. And then I had um, my friend Rodney's from Cleveland. So all right, Rick. So I don't know. Refresh my memory. From what? So are these like? Are they coming out of the ground like in a certain region of the country, and just like the whole swarm of them's traveling around, or are they were they like all over the country and they're just going to pop out of the ground? I feel like what you're saying is they kind of went underground at somewhere, and then they're going to be huge and just go everywhere. Flocks of beavers move through the next slip. But Michael, those are not beavers. Those are baby bears. They're little bear puppies. Don't poke them. Almost did it. Well, you're lucky it was almost. I've like full scent, like I don't know how many times over the past couple of years, stand up and by the grace of God, I just feel something like skate down the side of my leg, and it's the knife handle and not the blade, or I hear something go dump. And until the one time I had literally, what knife was it? I think it was, golly, I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but I had just sharpened it and it was sharp as crap. And I was sitting there looking at it, like flipping it, and I dropped it and it went point down into the side of my leg about a good 3/8 of an inch. Are you taking off, Bill? Have a good night, my friend. Get you some rest and have a great day tomorrow. Oh, the little buggers are only like 11, 11, 11 or 13 states. Is it like the 13 original colonies? Is that, do they know they have an agenda? Man, where did he go? There it is. But yeah, and dude, they were like back to back to back because I dropped one knife and it stuck into the side of my calf. And then another time it was a spider co too. I just sharpened. I think it was I want to say it was a PM2 that I just sharpened and I dropped it and it sliced the crap out of the under, like the bottom side of my big toe. And this had come after I was I had a dang William C. Collins. It was one of his like bushcraft knives, and I had like sharpened it up, and I was out chopping a bush in my yard. Well, I didn't. I guess I underestimated the sharpness of it. When I went to chop a limb, it just went straight through the limb and into my leg. And I said, I'm just going to tough it out. I'm not going to go to the ER, to urgent care or anything. And like 4 days later, it was still gaping wide open. So I ended up going, and it was horrible. Like she scrubbed the crap out of it, and it hurt, and it swelled up, and it was all this. It was a whole big thing. So it's when that I cut the bottom of my big toe, I went straight to urgent care. I said I ain't dealing with that crap again. All right, bees. It was good having you, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us. You have a good night and a great day tomorrow. Oh, this is what it was. This little brilliant piece of ingenuity that is what it is, but it is a tactical pin from Boker. They have, who did they team it? Teamed up with Cobra Tech, and it is a tactical pin with a OTF blade on the end. Come on, there you go. Stay still, tripod, so that this can focus. There, there. Yeah, that's it's something. I don't know if it's cool or not, but it's something. But I guess Cobra Tech did the Quake and OTF, and they make an OTF pin of their own. And Boker said, "Hey, make us one too." And so there we go. Hmm. Yeah. No. No. No bueno with the knife landing in your foot. I did that with a. I thought I was going to be cool when I was a little kid, and y'all know what a bracing bit is, like the old style drills that like you hold the top and you do like that. Well, I had a spade bit in it, and I was drilling a big old. It was like maybe a 3/4 inch spade bit, drilling through a 2x4, and it broke through the other side with a little bit more force than I expected. And they have like those spade bits have like a little tip on them, like that long for starting the boring process, and that went completely into the top of my foot. And that was like maybe 8 or 9. I still have a freaking hole shaped scar in the top of my foot from it. Yeah, it would be a good hot dog slicer, but see, I don't normally slice my hot dogs. I just throw them on a bun and eat them. So I guess I don't need one for sure. Nope on the OTF. You don't. Come on, Jared. Yeah, and me too, Rick. Like I would definitely. I'd probably be like writing something and leaning over to get a closer look at what I was doing, and I would have that little like 2 inch long blade stuck in my eyeball. Yep, there. Michael Morgan just said little eye gouger. Right on, monster. Yeah, same goes to you, buddy. Because yeah, you are definitely one of the ones that makes the community so awesome, and it is a absolutely amazing community, and I definitely love it too, man. You are you are the shit, my friend. Which each and every one of you are actually, like I said, like I love interacting with you guys, man. Like that, dude. I literally get like I don't know. I almost go into a depression when I miss a live stream, or like even if I've forgotten about it and I'm like an hour late and I know I'm only going to get 30 minutes to chill instead of like hour and a half or 2 hours. I don't know. It affects me. I'm like, oh man, oh dude, you got to do better, dude. You got to set an alarm. This can't happen again. Thank you too, brother Tim. And first, yes, I agree, Todd. 100%, 100%. I guess it's just like a whole. It's a rare breed, man, and it's cool because it doesn't matter like who you talk to. Like, I swear, all of us have very similar stories as to how we ended up here, and then usually, I swear, 8 out of 10 times it's by accident. You like literally I had no clue that there was such thing as a knife community, because I was literally looking for that unicorn, that knife to last me for the rest of my life. You know that thing, that myth that you believed before you got into the knife community and started collecting. You actually believed that there was a knife out there that would last you for the rest of your life, and you would never ever buy another knife for the rest of your life. I believed that lie too, and I was looking for that knife and started watching. I guess it was just the algorithm, as they say, did a search and somehow wound up. Um, the price range I was looking for was a bunch of Kaiser, like the Vanguard series, and at that point in time, Bird and Frankie were like killing Kaiser reviews, so that's what I ended up watching was was their reviews on, and then I started watching their other knife reviews, and then just one day I was watching one of their videos, and this apparent I can't remember, he maybe had like I don't think it was even like 500 subs, it was like maybe 300. They were doing kind of a subscriber drive giveaway for Jimmy Slash, and so to enter that you had to go over and subscribe to his channel. So I went over and subscribed to his channel and started watching his videos, and he was just funny as crap. So uh, I kind of, I guess it kind of backfired for Frankie and Bird, because I quit watching their videos and started watching his videos. And then um, one day I'm watching one of his uh, videos, and he mentions his group on Facebook, and I was like, "There's like a group on like people. You don't just watch the videos; like you actually go and hang out in a group." I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. And then it was just a whole big, long, endless rabbit hole from there. Yep, you that same. It's a daggum. It's a tricky devil, that knife. It's very evasive, because I think it's like once you found it, and then it's poop, it's gone again. So yeah, that's the that ever elusive rest of your life knife. What is okay? Found this community about 1 month into the global bastard. Yep, that's it, dude. I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, I was already neck deep in the community when the global bastard hit, but I can honestly say 100% that the community saved my bacon. Um, yeah, I honestly I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for the knife community. Because I mean I was in a bad spot, dude. Like especially by the time December hit, like things were pretty bleak and hopeless, and I didn't know where to go, what to do, and um, I don't. You might know this guy. He's a bearded fella. He goes by the name of Jody. Yeah, he saved my bacon big time. He did a huge solid and made some shit happen, and I am here and alive and well and taking care of my daughter because of him and all of you guys. Like 100%, no lie. That's not even an exaggeration. I don't know that I would not be among the living if that hadn't happened, but I wouldn't be here and I probably wouldn't have my daughter. I honestly don't know where I would be. Yep, that's it, dude. Like it's literally you're watching the tracking and it's out for delivery, and all of a sudden you realize that that's not it. That's not your forever knife. That there's another one that you have to order. See, you're lucky, dude. Yours changed into a horse. Mine turned into a pumpkin. Bullcrap. Who wants a pumpkin? Um, blade. You do. See, I didn't. I mean, I know there's knife shows, butt ton of knife shows here in the U.S. And I mean, I guess I would assume that there's shows all around the world, but I'd never really thought about it until you said that. And honestly, until um, I didn't. I think really reality set in when I went to Blade Show, and I mean, even though like I'd grown up in the area like where it's at for most of my life, and so I knew what the Galleria was. I knew the size of it, but you don't. I'm not really even thinking about that. And you get up there, and there's that many people there to look at knives. I'm like, dude, this is a huge freaking community. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's small, but no, it's a lot of heaping people. I appreciate that, John Evans and Brother Rick, man. I'm glad I'm here too. And yeah, it's not it's dang sure not what I expected when I searched for whatever. It was like a dude. The knife is ugly, man. I'm gonna try and find it. It's like a Kaiser. It's like they don't even make it anymore. It was before the Gemini, and it was like a Klecker or something. It was a weird Tanto tan G10 looking strangeness, but I was all about it. Never even ended up getting it, but here I am. And I can remember reading like the reviews on it and listening to the reviews. Oh, here it is. And they're going on about uh G10 and VG10, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it's got G10 and VG10. Like I knew what the hell I was talking about. I had no clue. I don't even know what G10 is or VG10. Is that like the glue that holds it together? Here it is. This is it exactly. The KI4. Wait, come on now. Dude, nope, currently unavailable. KI4436 clicker folding knife. Basically a 3 3/4 inch Tanto. There we go. That ugly son of a buck. That was my that was my forever knife that I never got. Ooh, I can't go to Blade Show. Just don't take any money with you, Zenny. Like don't take any money with you, and don't want to buy any knives. You're good. A G10 blade with VG10 skill. No, actually it was a G10 blade. It had VG10 hinges on it, and I'm pretty sure it was a silicone pocket clip. I don't know. They're spouting off all these fancy terms. I'm like, oh, that's got to be good, man. It's got G10. I mean, it's like G6 is a pretty kick-ass airplane, so G10's got to be way better. Oh, and see, I mean, I'd had knives before, like growing up from, I think my first knife was around, my dad gave me a case trapper when I was like maybe 6 or 7. It was one of his older ones. And like that, I mean, that's all I knew. Like that was a knife to me. Like carried it in my pocket and like carried it every day. Had it up until probably my late 20s. Well, when I got in the army, there's like this whole you get in this whole tactical frame of mind. So this was, and don't laugh at me, but this was my first tactical knife. It was a daggum Kershaw scallion with like a freaking 1.75 inch long blade and speed safe. Like that was tactical, dude. I was like, dude, and I can remember going around showing it to people, and I'm like, dude, it's like it's just like a switchblade, but it's legal. Like I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Like you could push that little flipper tab, and it would just spring out. And now I can't stand a daggum assisted knife. And even had that little plastic tab like around where like your pocket clip screws. I guess it would be on something kind of similar. There's like a little plastic tab like of this part that you could turn over, and it would cover the tip of the blade so that it wouldn't open. Like that was your little safety, and it was just like legit, just a little piece of plastic that if you pushed half a fraction of an ounce too hard, it was going to break anyway. So great safety. And then I think my second one was, it was this big burly ass hollow plastic handled Gerber called the Parabellum. And it came with this like modular sheath system to where you could like open it up and then clip it to you, because it wasn't Molly gear back then. This was like Alice clips. Like you could clip it to your LBE, and you could like, because essentially they're saying that the lock was so strong that when it was open, it was a fixed blade. So you could stick it in the sheath like it was a fixed blade knife, or you could like open the pouch and like store it that way. And I thought that was just the coolest thing ever too. Walk in wearing a boxed made so I couldn't even trade my shoes for steel. See, that's what you do, man. You just show up with no money and the clothes on your back. Don't bring any kind of. I made the mistake of bringing one of those little like EDC day packs. So I'm like, oh, if I buy something, I can just put it in there. No, it's not really like I'm toting it. So I blew way more money than I should have, and really didn't even end up with anything. I ended up with a Bradford Guardian 3.5, one of the Freeman 451 button locks, um, and I don't even know why in the world. I mean, it was all right knife. I think it was just the cool factor of it. I bought a fixed blade that this dude Tony that was a Forged and Fire champion had made, and then you find out on the second day that literally you can't turn and cough without getting saliva on a Forged and Fire champion, because they're like coming out of the woodwork there. Like, all right, Winchester, you have a good night, and get you some sleep, man. Have a great day tomorrow. I don't know if you have to work, but if you do, kick ass and take some names. But yeah, like literally, I probably every other person you talk to was either on Forged and Fire, or was a Forged and Fire champion, or had the potential to be on Forged and Fire, or I knew a guy that was on Forged and Fire. That, I mean, it was wild. And it was in the middle of the day. We had gone down to the pit to just like chill and take a break and sit down. and this dude comes up, and it's like these little half circle seats, kind of like a booth, but it's not a booth. It's just a half circle cushy seat around the little sitting area type fancy thing. He just comes down, plops down like right next to me, and just zonks out, goes to sleep. And I sit there for it was probably like 10 minutes. He's like just passed out, and then he just wakes up. Like it's almost like mid sentence. He just wakes up and just starts talking. And 30 minutes later, we know everything about him, that he was on Forged in Fire, but he had lost a whole bunch of weight, and he was showing us pictures, and it was like they just be everywhere. Oh, well, guys, I just realized we're almost 2.5 hours in, and I don't know. I I hate this is the one thing I do hate about doing it on Tuesday nights is I don't want to feel like I'm keeping you guys from getting sleep so you can go to work refreshed tomorrow. But it is almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I have enjoyed every nanosecond of this. And see, perfect time, and Jason Brown's hauling booty too. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you for hanging out and the great conversation. And I hope you guys have a great night and an awesome day at work or not at work tomorrow. And tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm sure there's Neve says alive. I'm sure I'll see some of you guys over there. And if not, yes, sir. Thank you, Michael. And thank all you guys. Like for real, this is the highlight of my week right here is standing here running my mouth and talking to you guys. But yeah, if I don't see you guys before, which I will, because you be commenting on videos and stuff. But uh, I'll definitely see you for SKL. Well, welcome, Dan. Like, hello, goodbye, brother. It's good to have you for a brief second. And I hope you enjoyed your short time here. All right, Chris, you have a good night, buddy. And yes, sir, we will see you on Neves tomorrow. Go Lick. You have a great night. Zenny, Timbo, Go Lick, Monster, Jared, Todd Porter, Juggling Ninjas. I don't know if Winchester has completely left yet or not, but thank you, Winchester, Jason Brown, Brother Rick, Brother Worm. Oh, I don't want to leave anybody out. Brother Bear, Brother Todd. All of you guys kick ass, and you are fantastic human beings, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, guys. Love, peace, and chicken grease to all of you. And until next time, guys, get out there, eat your ass off, and do something nice for somebody. Later on, peace.